All right, what is going on, guys? So in today's video, I'm going to be doing an unboxing of the top 5 cases for iPhones. And specifically, this is going to be the iPhone 14 Pro, but I'm going to guess that for the other iPhones that these companies sell, that they're in more or less the same spot. So really excited to see what cases have to offer. I believe most of them are clear, but without further ado, let's talk about what is very clear on this channel, and that is today's sponsor, nobody. All right, so let's go ahead and get the package open. Now, if you know me, you know that I'm not a fan of cases, but contrary to belief, a lot of people in the world actually use cases. And it's gonna be interesting to see how good these cases actually are. Let's start with the lowest one and work our way up to number 1. So let me go ahead and get my laptop and look at the packages that I ordered. All right, so the lowest rated one right now would be this Spigen Ultra Hybrid. All right, so looking around the package, it's anything too crazy. You will notice that this is actually made in South Korea, which is an interesting choice. Let's go ahead and get this opened up, right? That is all we get in the box. So it's definitely plastic. It's like a dense plastic here. Not the smoothest plastic either, but it's nice that they have these tabs here. So this is like a, whatever. So the proper product name for this is the Spigen Ultra Hybrid Anti-Yellowing Technology designed for the iPhone 14 Pro Crystal Clear. And this is something you're gonna see a lot for all the top 5 cases. They're gonna be clear. I think it's just something that people really want. And I can kind of see why now, because if you want your phone to be fingerprint free, but you still want to enjoy the color that you bought, just rock a clear case. As you can see here on the right-hand side, before you put your phone in the case, do wipe it down because you can see some fingerprints here. But we have some access to some holes here. I'm not really sure what that is there for. Maybe it's there to help with the microphone. We have the ability to power the device on, basically the lock button. It's pretty easy to click. Moving on to the top, we have this air cushion technology, and you can kind of see on the sides here, we have these pockets, and I think that's supposed to help absorb the impact for when the phone does drop. And then moving on to the other side, once again, please make sure to wipe it down before you put this in the case, but we have the Spigen logo, my fingerprints, volume control that we can still press, and we can enable the silent feature or the alert feature. Pretty nice cutouts for the speaker, the microphone, and to charge the phone. Pretty nice, I would say, overall. Definitely makes the phone feel easy. I'm gonna put this in my pocket, see if it's pretty easy to take out. I just have some joggers on. Yeah, it's not sticking to my pockets. That's probably my biggest annoyance of silicone cases. But I would say this gets my approval. In terms of the camera hump of the case protecting the camera, I would say it extends out just a tad, so it's not like your lenses are going to be impacted for when it drops, but if it is a pretty hard impact, I would say your lens should be fine for the most part. You have to have some serious G-force in order to break these lenses. But I would say also what I really like about this case is when it is inside, it's pretty flat overall versus when it's outside of the case, it's kind of at an angle, which I know some people don't like, but once it's in the case, it's pretty much flush and flat, which I would say I kind of like. Maybe I should rock a case. And this is only $14. Well, it's $30, but right now during the Prime early access, which I believe is from the 11th to the 12th, it's 53% off. And this is the 6th case, 6th best case. Wow, that's kind of crazy, but I would say this definitely gives my approval for sure. All right, let's move on to the next one. Spigen right now is in first place. In terms of their anti-yellowing, I can't really prove that or not. I'm gonna have to daily drive that to see if that's possible, but yeah. Next up on the list, we have TORRAS. Where is TORRAS? All right, so the full name of this product is the TORRAS Shockproof designed for iPhone 14 case. military grade drop tested, translucent matte hard back with silicon slim protective anti-fingerprint, anti-scratch phone case Guardian 2022 black. Way too long of a name. You guys are definitely trying to ride the SEO, but this is what we get inside the packaging here, and trying to see where this is made. This one in particular is made in China instead of South Korea. So let's go ahead and get this unboxed. So it looks like we have some warranty in here as well. If anyone wants to take that off my hands, by all means. It looks like they give us some pills? What the? Oh, it's like we can give our buttons on the side some accent marks. Kind of like this packaging here. It's very soft. Let me give it a quick whiff. Definitely smells like a factory. What does this one smell like? It smells like salt. All right, so it looks like you just poke these out, right? All right, so I actually swapped out my buttons from black to red, just to give a little bit of an accent. I will say it did take a little bit of force, and you can see that it is already kind of bent a little bit, but the other side is fairly straight. But let's go ahead and get this inside. See how it feels. It's definitely softer than the other one. I like that. So pressing the button, pretty easy. All that good stuff still works. Very clicky, as you guys can hear. So looking around the device, I would say that it's a little bit of a mixed bag for me. It's definitely a preference. This is for sure anti-fingerprint. Not a single fingerprint. They say scratch resistant too. Let me just run my nail on the back of this. Yeah. Yeah. Let me get a knife. I mean, this is definitely going in a little bit deeper. You guys hear that? Wow. Scratches are pretty much gone. I mean, you can definitely tell that they're there, but I can't feel it. Pretty impressive, pretty impressive. So it's nice to see that the camera hump here kind of protects it as well. So if you decide to drop it, it's not dropping down flat on the camera lens, which is great. Yeah, you can't hear the camera lens being, you know, scratched across this table right now, which is nice. It's like a very thick rubber. I actually like the feel of this, but let's see how it feels in some jogger pockets, because it is silicone. Pretty easy to take out, I will say. Pretty easy to take out. I like that. Wow. And just like the other case, it makes the device flat on the table, which is something that I know a lot of people like. And it's nice that they give you some accents on how you want your design, or kind of gives you a little bit of personality of having some red buttons, yellow, or being completely black. But looking around the device here, we still have these two buttons here. I need to look up what this is intended for. Maybe it's to help with the 5G a little bit, not sure, but we have a pretty clean side here on the lock side of things. The grills on the bottom are pretty open for the microphone and the speaker and the charging port. So on the other side, we do have the logo for the company, as well as it in full text, with the volume buttons as well, and the ability to turn off and on the volume.
It's already unmuted, but there's nothing playing.
All right, thanks, Siri. But overall, I really do like the feel of this compared to the other one. This one is definitely on the cheaper side once I have felt this in my hand, but I mean, they're both pretty good. But if I had a preference, I would say this one. Another thing I should point out here is you can tell at the top, they definitely took some detail here where they kind of cut out the top portion to help with the microphone up here and the speaker. So definitely think that's good. And the scratch resistant, drop resistant. I'm gonna drop it. It's gonna hurt me. Please. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's a pretty good case. All right, next up is the Simtect Ultra Clear designed for iPhone 14 Max case, not yellowing 10 feet military drop protection, slim fit yet protective, shock-proof bumper with airbag case cover, 6.7-inch crystal clear. I really hope I did not buy the 14 Pro Max because I do not have that. But looking around the box here, let's see where this was made. And as you guys can see, this was, ding, 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 made in China. Whoa, they give us a lanyard. Or I don't even know what this thing is. Okay, this is definitely the Max. But in terms of the feel, this is dense. This is dense. I don't have a 14 Pro Max. I don't have a Max phone, period. So unfortunately, I can't really test this for you guys. That is my bad. But I mean, if the device was bigger on this side, I could test the full, I guess, protectiveness of the device. Although, whew, doesn't really smell like anything. That's a pretty good sign, in my opinion. Okay, so you can make your own lanyard, which is nice. Cool, cool, cool. Let's do that real quick. I have a lanyard for my phone. Now, obviously, if I had the 14 Pro Max, this would work. But if you want to have a lanyard on your device, I think this is a pretty cool. Pretty cheap solution, though. But once again, it does get the job done. But looking at the actual case itself, I'm going to take this plastic wrap off. And I would say this one looks more clear than the Spigen case. I will say the cameras sort of protrude past the upper lip that we have up here, which is not too good in my opinion. So if I were to rub this across the table, I can hear my lens being scratched a little bit, which is no bueno. But looking around the rest of the device here, I would say this one is fairly clean in that it doesn't have any branding across the side. So the one thing that I really love about this case is that the buttons on the side are textured, so it's probably easy to understand or feel in your pocket what button is which, and they're pretty easy to click as well. So that's nice. Once again, I'm really apologize that this is the 14 Pro Max, but the regular 14 Pro is going to be identical to this. If I had to pick between the two, simply based off the price, since this comes with more stuff, I would definitely get this over the Spigen one. And once again, this just feels more durable than the other one. This one feels more cheap. Like I can bend this a lot more. All right, we are moving up the list, and this is second currently. This is the CordKing. I'm an idiot because I just bought this and this is for the iPhone 12 Pro, but I do have an iPhone 12 handy that we can use for this video. All right, wow, look at this. Thank you. I didn't even see where this was made. Where was this made? Doesn't even say. Interesting. I'm gonna assume this is probably made in China and they're just giving some extra bedazzle. I'm dumb. It says made in China at the bottom. But yeah, once again, this is definitely made in China, but they added in their own little care of customer experience, which I like. Dear Sweet Angel. Should I read all of this? I should. Dear Sweet Angel. Thank you. We are so thankful for your products. We are small company with big retail retailers. Appreciate your business immensely. As you continue to grow our community, our customer will remain always our best CX and bring you a unique, durable, quality product. We are honored that you would consider our products. Your satisfaction is motivation for us to develop our is highly competitive market. In addition, you might like to know that the product you buy has automatically registered lifetime warranty. If you have any problems in the future, please feel free to contact us on Amazon. We will be there for you at any time, anywhere. Thank you so much. You are always the first for us. Sincerely, the CordKing. This is a small thing that goes a very long way that people will remember. For covering your private shipping information, tear off and paste. Okay. And then we get some nice little fun stickers. I don't drink coffee, so this is not for me. And I don't drink whatever this is either. But it's nice that we get some, happy, expressive stickers in the box as well. Once again, small things that go a long way. Ooh, this is like felted on the inside. Smells like Expo Sharpie. I feel like I just lost brain cells smelling that. Let me go ahead and grab my iPhone 12 here. This is the iPhone 12. And one thing that you will notice is that, wow, this was designed in Paris, France. Look at that. Designed in Paris, France. This has like some felt material on the inside. It's very soft, very, very soft. I do like the black on the outside, and I have a black phone, so this should look pretty clean. Oh man, I need to start using cases. This is slick. Man, this is nice. I really love the feel of this. This reminds me of the TORRAS. But this one feels better. Like this one fits like a glove. This one, a little bit loose. Wow, this is a nice case, guys. This is a nice case. As you can tell, I'm feeling all over this thing. Around the buttons, it's a lot of elasticity. This too. Top part, not so much, but wow, this is clean. I like this. It's kind of fingerprint resistant too. All right, quick pocket test. Not too bad. Little bit of grip on my joggers. Little bit of grip. Little bit of grip. Not anything too crazy, but looking around the case here, all black. We have our button that we can click here. We have our ports here. I will say though, I think the holes can be lined up just a tad bit better, like pushed up a little bit, but not the end of the world. Your microphone and speaker are going to still sound pretty great. We have a cut hole for the charging port as well. On the other side here, we have our volume buttons and then the ability to enable the vibrate or the sound. And then on top, nothing here. It's a very clean case overall, no branding at all. Kind of want to do a drop test, but at the same time, kind of scared. But that's what we do on this channel, right? I guess this is what people do in case reviews. Pretty good, pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. And then on the back, I think that's pretty good. The camera bump on the back is pretty high compared to the phone itself. It sounded bad, but it's not that bad. As you can tell, my phone is good. But, I mean, I'm not dropping it that high, so I can't really show you guys. But, survived. Pretty good. I don't know how tall this table is. I would say it's probably at my waist. Waist height. Should I do from my head? That did, can't even tell. I think it dropped right here, and then I just moved my finger. Not too bad, not too bad. I like it. As you see, the phone's still on. Functions perfectly fine. This is clean. This is clean. This is in first place. I say first place because the note itself goes a long way, and the inside is very soft. I like that. And now we are at number 1. This is a 5-in-1 device. It is a phone case, 2 screen protectors, and 2 camera protectors. Seems a bit excessive. Also has the anti-yellowing. It is the Tauri, I think. Let's get this unboxed here. So this is made in China. We have this nice plastic wrap around the device. Lifetime warranty, which is great. This packaging reminds me of the Apple Watch Hermes case where it's, you know, orange on the outside and just has the name on the front. Let's see what we get in here. So we have an installation video with the QR code. I think that's pretty smart because obviously people who are using this are more than likely using a smartphone. Dude, what's up with these stickers? They're so fun. I like it. I do like this unboxing experience as well. It definitely feels inviting. Oh, we get another note. No way. This is like a little dog with some flowers on it. All right, I can get with this. So we got ice cream. We have a dog with some flowers on its head, and then we have a dog in a shark outfit. Probably the best for Christmas. But we also get a note. I was not expecting this. This is really nice. Wow. And I know some people are going to say, wow, it's like probably 5 cents to print this off, but a note goes a long way. This is almost identical to the last one. If it's not unique, it's not as special anymore. All right, so this is the case itself. As you can see, any problem you met, welcome to contact, and we will serve you within 24 hours. Wording or English is a little bit off there, but I get the gist, right? If there's any problem that I encounter with this, then I can contact them. I believe there is plastic on the other side. Yes, there is. Nice. Give it a quick smell. Doesn't smell like anything. Go ahead and plop this in. And as you can tell, this is the #1 case and it is clear. I do like how it is a bit accented in the detail of this portion of the phone versus the camera itself. It could be because of the camera protection that we will get to in a second, but overall, very clean design. The camera is definitely protected. Like if I were to rub this across the table, nothing at all. Then moving on to the sides of the device itself, you'll notice, I don't know if the camera's gonna be able to pick this up, but there are dots all on the inside, which give it a interesting look. Can't say I'm a fan. I would prefer it to be just completely clear, but that might help with their technology of, improving the drop resistance and crack resistance that it is able to provide. It does have the similar pocket technology as well on all 4 corners. So looking at the bottom and unboxing those previous 4 cases, I would say I kind of prefer the design of cutting out the entire hole rather than trying to line up all the individual holes. It's just so it helps with the speaker. You're not going to miss at all. You're going to guarantee that the speakers are going to be firing on all cylinders every single time, as well as the microphone and the charging port. The other side has these 2 dots. Once again, I'm gonna have to figure out what this is for. It's very interesting. But we have the buttons for the volume and we can silence and alert us all we want. So doing a quick drop test on the table. Not bad. Not bad. Ooh, that was a heavy hit. Nice, 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 nice. This is a pretty nice case. Here on the left-hand side, wow, they give us actual screen protectors. Now, this is where I would say it's going a little bit too far for me, where I don't think this is necessary at all. But we do have this glass camera here and the screen protector. I think the screen protector is a nice touch. I'll go ahead and put this on. Can't be anything too difficult. It's been a while since I've put on screen protectors, but like I said, can't be too difficult. And I'm not going to make this perfect, but should be there like so. And screen protector's on. I would say this is a pretty nice screen protector. I think it's a glass screen protector, so it's still fairly clear. And then I've never put one of these on. Like I said, can't say I'm a fan of this. I think it's a little bit extra, but if you want to seriously protect your camera to the max, no pun intended, then you can put this on. That's my assumption of how it works. I don't think there's any plastic on here either. And then once you put this in the case, let me look at the camera real quick and see how it looks. I mean, it still looks pretty good. I don't know. I would say the camera lenses are a bit excessive, but once again, if you want to protect this from everything, any climate, then it might be worth it. In terms of the value, this is $18 right now. Compared to everything else, I would say that the value you get from this, because you get 2 screen protectors, which screen protectors aren't cheap to come by, especially when you're shopping for a case, 2 camera lenses as well, a note, some stickers as well. This is more so a deal than I would say it being the best case out of them all. I would say this is my favorite case, followed by the black one for the iPhone 12. And then the clear cases, they're all more or less the same. I would say out of all the clear cases, this is probably my favorite one, simply because there's no branding on it. It's very clean design. The cutouts are full. We do have the segment up here that is cut out a little bit, which is nice. It's not as stiff as this one, like I said before, but it's not as soft as this one, where this one just feels kind of cheap in my opinion. But I would say this is an interesting list for the top products, or I should say the top cases for iPhones. For sure, this one, I understand why this one is number one. I mean, it's a 5-in-1. So this is the lineup that we have here from Amazon, and they're not in the order that they are on the website in their ranking. This is the order of how I would buy them. First place, for sure, value for your money. You can't escape the fact that getting 2 screen protectors, a case, and camera lens, which I don't really care too much about, is invaluable, which is probably important for other people. In terms of the clearness, if you want to retain the color that you have on your phone, basically showing off the color you bought, this is a pretty nice option here. And has the full cutout as well, which is what I prefer, and a little indent here to help with the microphone at the top. If we were to move over to my second favorite one, it would be the TORRAS or the TORRAS. I don't know how to pronounce it, but regardless, I just like this one simply because of the accent that we get of the side buttons, as well as the back is not fully transparent. It's definitely not transparent at all. It's not completely black either, but I assume if I had like a silver phone or a lighter color phone, that this would be a little bit more of a unique feel to it. And if you don't have the camera lens here, this is a nice accent on the back so people can tell what phone or what color you have. But overall, it has a really nice feel to it. It's very smooth. Once again, it's not on the cheaper side. This definitely feels like some high quality material, although it's probably from Alibaba. But if I am wrong, let me know down in the comments below. I do like how it has the full cutout here as well for the speakers and the microphone. Indent here to help with the microphone at the top as well. Next up is the one with no branding on the outside, but it does have that felt material on the inside. It is CordKing, and I really do like this one. This is very soft. I like this a lot. No branding at all. So since this is the iPhone 12, it's not gonna have that recessed portion up here to help with the speaker, but I assume on the 14 versions, they will have that there. One thing I'm kind of not that big of a fan of is them trying to line up the holes here, but regardless, it does give it a more or less decent look. Everything is covered on both sides here. If you're trying to be a little bit more discreet with your phone, this is a black. You're definitely going to get that with this one. And this is pretty much fingerprint resistant. It leaves a little bit, not too much. Next up, we have the 2 clear cases. Like I said before, this is the Max version. Not the biggest fan of this one, the Simtect one. I'm sure, yeah, this is already picking up fingerprints on the back that you can see. Not the biggest fan of this one, although it does come with a lanyard. If you find value in that, that's great. And then Spigen, which isn't too bad. It just feels a little bit on the cheaper side. And as you guys can see, fingerprints are coming up as well, which is why I prefer the darker tones, or like I said, this one as well. But for value of the money, can't beat this one. So guys, let me know what you guys think of this top 5 cases on Amazon. This is the first time I'm doing something like this. If you guys want to see different cases, screen protectors, camera protectors, let me know down in the comments below, because even though I don't personally use cases, I know a vast majority of people around the world do, because they do want to protect their device. So with all that being said, guys, hopefully you found this video informative. If you do end up picking up any of these cases, use my link down in the description below. Appreciate you guys watching to the end of the video. If you did, please make sure to subscribe. I appreciate every single sub, like, and comment. And as always, guys, much love. You can do that with cases. You can be more careless. But you guys know me. I don't drop my phones. I don't do that. So I'm going to take this out the case, and I'm not gonna drop it on the ground. I'm just gonna hold it and put it in my pocket and call it a day.